show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a member of the Uncommon Folk from day one or just recently joined, I really appreciate all the love and all the warmth that you continue to give me. And I see we have a comment. Good evening, Celine. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. Your continued support really touches my heart. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and those who watch from the clouds, including the haters. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So tonight we're going to have another episode of Open Discussion. What happens? Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be talking about multiple topics. I'm going to give you my point of view regarding each topic. The audience will have an opportunity to chime in and express their point of view. Also, if there's anything that the audience wants me to talk about, I will do my best to talk about it. Okay. I also want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone at any time wishes to join the panel and join in the discussion, they're more than welcome to do so. I will insist that if I have never seen you before, that you please come up in the backstage to make sure that no one flashes anything inappropriate, which will cause the good people of YouTube to take down this stream. Okay. So I got some interesting topics to talk about, and hopefully you will opine as well. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the latest regarding TikTok. Now, of course, everyone knows that there have been attempts to ban TikTok here in the United States. TikTok has been banned in multiple countries, one of them being India. For concerns regarding cybersecurity. There was a bill that signed into law, which states that ByteDance, which is the company that owns TikTok, will have to divest itself of TikTok or be banned from creating content in the United States. Now, what has happened is they are suing the U.S. government regarding the bill. So of course, I have a feeling this going to take quite a while as far as litigation is concerned. I have a feeling this is going to go to the Supreme Court. In my humble opinion, I think the law will be overturned because this is basically censorship. Okay. And the concern is if they get away with doing this on, let me just turn off my camera because my Wi-Fi is acting up. If they get away with doing this on TikTok, they might try to do this on other types of social media. Okay. And I don't believe in censorship. However, if there's a content that you do not like for whatever reason, you're not obligated to partake of that content. Okay. And believe me, there are plenty of people here in these YouTube streets that I will not consume the content because I don't agree with what they talk about, nor do I care too much about how they run their platforms. Again, everyone run their platforms as they see fit. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is my remote work experience. So this week I started working remotely 2 days out of the week, which means that instead of going to my desk at my job through a laptop or a computer, I've gained remote access to all the equipment that I need in order for me to do my job as a municipal employee. Now, how this came into being is that this was a result of a contract that we have achieved with District Council 37 with the City of New York, which among many features is giving an option for thousands of municipal employees to work remotely from home with the use of a laptop. So that explains how I'm able to work remotely. Okay. And it was a positive experience. First of all, because I didn't have to get up so early. Okay. I didn't have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I was able to get up later. I was able to eat breakfast later. Also, I didn't have to worry about commuting to my job. Okay. Whether it be through the subway or through Accessible. Okay. Because, going through Accessible to get to work through the Bruckner Expressway and then the FDR Drive when traffic is like at times bumper to bumper. Okay. So so far my experiences has been positive. I know there are many large companies that do allow their employees to work remotely full time. Okay. I am happy to have work remotely part of the time. So it's the case of a half loaf is better than no loaf at all. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is next week's schedule. It's going to be a little different. Okay. So basically, my schedule for next week will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with a day in between to make sure I do whatever research that I need regarding topics. And also it's a bit of a break. Okay. So what I will be doing is Monday, I will do a stream from this channel. Most likely I'll be live at 9:30 p.m. Wednesday, I'll do a stream from my other channel, which is Latina Diaspora, and that will be Wednesday, most likely 9 o'clock. And then Friday, I'll be doing another stream from this channel, most likely 9 or 9:30. Okay. Now, I've been talking quite a bit regarding the other channel, and the reason why, because I'm trying to develop that channel, hopefully get it to grow. There's been not a great deal of traction towards that channel. So I'm going to see what I can do to try to create more traction and Um, what I will be doing um, more frequently is that I will be adding a link to the other channel in the description box. Um, and of course, all of you are more than welcome to check out my content on both channels. And we shall see. The next thing I'm going to be talking about, this is regarding to the word mulatto. Now, for reasons not fully known to me, okay, for quite a few people, the term mulatto seemed to be very controversial. Okay. There are those who consider the term to be offensive. Okay. However, if you look up the definition regarding the term mulatto, what it means is someone who's the offspring uh, of a person who's with an African phenotype and a European phenotype. In other words, one black parent, white parent. Okay, that's all it means. Okay, and also people trying to claim that it's an unknown term. That term has been used in this country for quite a while. For some reason, it was removed from the census in 1930. Okay, and people trying to make it like it's an offensive because it sounds like a mule. Now, in all fairness, I have not spoken a great deal regarding this topic because truthfully, I don't know a great deal. Like I said, I do know this. What is a mulatto? First of all. Second, I don't consider it an offensive term. And the thing is, many individuals who identify themselves as mulatto don't consider it an offensive term. And one would think that instead of coming to the conclusion that the term mulatto is an offensive term, why don't you ask the mulattoes themselves? They're more able to to indicate which terms are offensive and which terms are not. Okay. Now, at some point, I will be doing a topic regarding mulattoes, but I prefer to try to learn as much as I can, so at least I don't sound ignorant. Okay, nor do I sound hateful. Okay, I don't consider the term mulatto offensive in any way, shape, or term. Okay. More importantly, these individuals who call themselves mulatto do not consider it an offensive term. And what they are trying to do is to create a community tailored towards them. Okay. And I do not see a problem with it. Okay. Some reason there's certain individuals, some phenotypes that do have an issue. And they come to the conclusion that if you're talking about mulatto, therefore you're saying negative regarding different ethnic groups. And it's not the case. It's no crime to be proud of who you are. Whether you be Latino, whether you be African American, whether you be indigenous, whether you be mulatto, whether it be NGM, MLS, Golden Spear, Blasian, and quite a few other mixed groups, which I do not recall off the top of my head. So you're going to have to please bear with me if I don't remember everything about the different mixed groups that exist. So And the bottom line is everyone, and I repeat, everyone has the right to self identify as they see fit. We don't have to necessarily agree with the self identification, but if a person identifies oneself in a matter that he or she or whomever deems appropriate, we need to respect that and not question the why. Okay. Now, I've said this before. I think if anyone who's not a mulatto, before they're talking about issues regarding mulattoes, try to learn something about the mulattoes before you speak. That is just my take on it. You could agree or disagree. That's fine. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is why men are not approaching women. Okay. If you see a lot of videos, particularly those on TikTok, you see it again and again and again when you have women in their 20s or 30s complaining about the fact that men don't approach them. Okay. And then they start questioning, well, where are the men? Why men not approaching us? Why men are not courting us? First of all, before I continue, let me state it clear. What I say does not apply to all women. It does not even apply to all modern women. It does apply to some. Okay? Men have gotten the memo stating that women do not want to be approached, that women fear but being approached by men, considered creepy or icky, whatever it is, that for many men, they've gotten the message women need to be left alone. Women cannot be approached. Okay? So many men have decided not to try to figure out these ladies, but does not even bother, okay, and does deal with life alone. And then some of them who have carnal urges, they'll find ways to release their urges and things of that nature. Now, I have to admit, to see the reaction of some of these ladies is very comical. But with all due respect, if you keep saying back and forth, don't approach women or whatever, men are going to take it to heart and they're not even going to try. Okay. Also, another issue is when you have in both sexes where people have unrealistic expectations. Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight is just open discussion. So basically, I'm just talking about multiple topics. Right now, I'm just talking about how women on social media are complaining that men don't approach them. Okay. And there are multiple reasons. One of them is that we were told, again, let me make it perfectly clear, I'm not saying all women, but quite a few of them have stated to men, don't approach them, that they sound creepy and things of that nature. So some men decided not even to try. Okay. Now this is my belief, and I could be wrong. If you wish to meet a member of the opposite sex, you need to approach them with respect, with dignity. Try to get to know them, okay, and see if you and her have common interests. I'm sure. Okay, I'm sure that there are women that feel that way. Okay, I don't want. Okay, I don't want to belittle any traumatic experience that anyone has endured, whether it be male or female. Okay, and yeah, some men. Look, let's keep it real. Some men don't know how to approach women correctly. Okay, I'm gonna be the first one to admit it. But at the same time, there's some women that are too picky. Again, let me make it perfectly clear. I'm not saying all, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay. And of course, you see this again and again on TikTok. And then the reaction is like bewilderment. It's like, I mean, when you have young ladies in their 20s and their 30s who, I mean, who are beautiful, at least in their sight, who are the total package, at least in their sight, and no man approach them, and then they start to wonder the why. Okay. And actually, we have seen mixers where single people meet, and there have been occasions when it's been basically almost all women, not too many men. Okay. Yeah, you know what? That was the approach of men at my day. Okay. Now, in all fairness, I'm 61 years old, and of course, so I'm basically a senior citizen here. Okay. And look, and I realize at my age, my best shot is to try to find someone in my 50s or early 60s. In other words, someone relatively close to my age. Okay. The problem is when you have men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and then they try to take their shots with ladies in their 20s and 30s, it does come across as being creepy. Okay. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. I would never try to date someone in their 20s or 30s. No. And if I am approached by someone in their 20s and 30s, I'm going to be like, what's going on? Okay. I would say some men are lazy. Um, Not all. Okay, so I'm gonna like partially disagree with you, but then again, it's nothing new. Part of it, I mean, yeah, part of it, some of the men are lazy. Others is like, you know, they try shooting their shot and then basically they kept getting shot down. Yeah. I mean, look. Yeah, you know what? The problem with the apps, it takes away the one-on-one thing. Okay. With an app, you can create an image and make yourself more handsome and more beautiful than what you are. Okay. Um, there's nothing wrong with us trying to meet someone face to face. in a respectable place, like whether it be like a restaurant or maybe a library, or okay, if you're the more conservative type, like in church, okay, or place of worship, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem with the apps is they create uh, this image that may not be the case, and men and women are just as guilty. But I gotta admit, some. I know I shouldn't say this, but some of the reaction of some of these ladies is I find that to be comical. Okay, and I'm sure that it's not comical for them. Okay, and I'm not trying to come across as red pill or MGTOW or anything. I try to look at it. I try to look at it um, as fairly as possible. Okay, that's how I try to look at it. So, and I think what you know, I think what both sexes need to do is they need to be realistic regarding their expectations and who they can get in the dating scene. Okay. If you're around my age, if you're around my age, stick with someone that's in your 50s and early 60s. Okay. Do not pursue someone in your 20s and 30s. Okay. Because first of all, I'm not saying that there are women that would not voluntarily get into an age gap relationship, but you have to question the motive of why. Okay, because some women, and let's keep it real, some women out there just for economic gain, and there are guys that are out there just to see how many girls they can bang. Let's keep it real. Okay, as I stated before, um, the problem with both sexes is that they want a Ferrari when they should be going for a Pinto, okay, or a minivan. Let's keep it real. Now, in my case, I have no shame to admit the fact that I'm old, I'm bald, and I'm fat. That's the reality. Okay, I'm not saying it to put myself down. I'm saying it because I am. Okay, look. First of all, I'm 61 years old. I'm not young any. I'm not young. I have not been young in years. I am bald. I mean, look. Anyone can tell me I'm bald. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. You know what it is? It's all attitude. It's all attitude and how they present themselves. And I'm sure there are women that, how can I say this, are not the most beautiful, but yet they're fine. They do manage to get a partner. Okay. Well, before I forget, let me just state that my dear, one of my dear cyber children, Gigi, has her own channels. So I would ask that you please check out her content. And she also has a membership where you can gain access to exclusive material. So I'm going to ask that you show some love to one of my cyber daughters and please subscribe to her channel and check out her content. So we're going to go to the next point. the next question. Okay, now this is the this is the issue regarding man versus the bear. Okay, we have seen this. We have seen this a lot, particularly in TikTok, where random women are asked if they're in the woods and they have the option of being trapped in the woods with a man or with a bear. And many of these women, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe it's cap, but they say they prefer to be with a bear. Okay. Okay, you know what? People should find each other, but there are multiple reasons why. Okay. But this is my thing. Before you go out there in the dating market, whatever trauma that you have, try to get that resolved before you go out there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The analogy I use is they want champagne when they can only afford beer. They want caviar when they can only afford maybe fish and chips. Let's keep it real. I mean, so going back, now, I don't know if women are just saying this just for capping. I don't know if women are saying this because maybe they had a traumatic experience with a dude and prefer to take their chances with a bear. Okay, first of all, bears weigh several hundred pounds and they're strong like heck, and they will tear you apart quickly. You know what? Gigi, let's keep it real. Some of them can't even afford hot dogs. Okay, let's keep it real. You know me, Gigi. You know me for about 2 years. I'll always keep it real. Some of them can't even afford hot dogs. Okay. Well, it's true. It's true. And this is the problem. Not knowing your expectations, not knowing what you can get, and then you're getting upset when you're not achieving it. Okay. Again, look at me. I'm old, I'm bald, and I'm fat. There's no way I'm going to try to shoot for a 20-something-year-old or a 30-something-year-old. Okay. It just so happens, that I'm with someone in her 30s. Okay. But it wasn't like I wasn't trying or anything like that. Irby, they can't even afford a hot dog. They can't even afford the bun, never mind the hot dog. Let's keep it real. But getting back to the situation where grown women actually stating that they prefer to be trapped in the woods with a bear. Okay. Yeah. Like I said before, you have people of both sexes who are not realistic in what they can expect. Okay. And let's keep it, Gigi. Irby, let's keep it real. Here in these YouTube streets, when it comes to picking someone that's okay, there's slim pickings. Okay. A lot of these people, both male and female, have major issues. Okay. And truthfully, a lot of these people really should not have a platform, but they do. So of course they're going to be able to express their point of view as they see fit. Now again, I'm not going to lie. There are women that had a traumatic experience with a dude. Yeah, well, okay, and in all fairness, I have horrible experiences with women. That does not mean that I hate all women. It does that I have very negative experiences with some women. Okay. Okay. But again, people before they go out into the dating scene, they need to make sure that they're well mentally. Okay. Because what happens is if you do not heal mentally, what's gonna happen is the following. You're gonna meet somebody, whether it be a dude or a chick. And now what you're gonna do, you're gonna bring the emotional trauma um, from the past into another relationship. What you're gonna do is you're gonna poison that new relationship, and then the cycle continues itself. Okay. And I know someone that I care about dearly, and for years I tried telling her the same thing. Instead of just trying to heal, she just goes into another relationship, and another relationship, and then brings the trauma the trauma of the past into each follow subsequent relationship, and then it gets screws up. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not a relationship expert. I don't claim to be a relationship expert, but I do know this much that if you do not heal with whatever trauma that happened in your past relationship, what's going to happen is you're going to bring in that emotional luggage into the following relationship, and then that relationship is going to get poisoned, and then the cycle will just continue itself. Okay, and that's the reason why people don't recover. Okay, because they don't allow themselves the time that they need to heal. Okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna keep it real. Some men will never catch the memo. Okay, some. There are those that will. Okay, what is insanity? Insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Okay, and again, I go back to myself. I'm old, I'm bald, and I'm fat. I have a snowball's chance in hell to pursue someone in her 20s. That's true. And let me tell you something. And I want to, this is the thing. How many men, okay, how many men are out there that are rich, that are well built, okay, and extremely good looking. Not many, okay. And those few that are out there, they have multiple options, okay. They can pick any woman that they wish, okay. And this is a problem. And this is a problem that some, and again, some women have. Yeah, you know what? I agree. Look, let's keep it. Let's keep it clear. Let's keep it clear. Keep it clear. Let's keep it 100. If you were single again and you have to pick from the dudes here on these YouTube streets, you have very slim pickings. Okay, there are not many dudes out there in these YouTube streets that would be considered halfway decent as far as a partner. Let's keep it real. Not to make, okay. Yeah, that's the reality. That's the reality. So, one thing I will always say is be realistic with your expectations. Okay. Again, if you're like me, that you are in your 60s, your best shot is someone in your 50s and 60s. And actually, there are a lot of women close to our age range that are physically fit. Okay. And yes, there are some that's not as aesthetically pleasing, but there are other things other than what they look outside. Okay. Yeah. But you know something? It's the same thing. It's the same thing applies when it comes to dating coworkers. I wouldn't do it either because first of all, it gets very messy, particularly if the relationship ends and then next thing you know it, everyone is aware of what's going on, and it becomes a huge distraction out there. Okay, and to be perfectly honest, when it comes to um, okay, let's see how I'm gonna oh heck, I'm just gonna say whatever it is. When it comes to some of these female uh, YouTube content creators, there's not too many that I would consider appropriate for me. Okay, and that's taking to the fact. Look, I'm in my 60s. I'm bald and I'm fat, and I'm approaching my sunset years. If I'm not already there already, okay. So there's not look a lot of these, and let's just face it, a lot of these female YouTube creators would not even give me the time of day. Okay, let's keep it real. If I ha- if I try to date any of these female YouTube creators, they will not even give me the time of day because I'm too old. Most of these ladies are in their 20s and 30s, and I'm 61. I have no business trying to date someone half my age or or younger. And if they do it, it's going to be because of an ulterior motive. Okay, I know I'm not exactly the most streetwise person in the world, but I'm not stupid. Gigi, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Look, there's not too many of these female YouTube creators that will be interested in someone like me. Yeah, believe me. No, believe me. I know. Look, late last year, I met someone that after a while she was giving me fatal attraction vibes. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. And like I said, realistically speaking, my best shot is for women close to my age. Okay. So let me ask you a question, Dan. Do you think I'm nuts? I mean, because look, because frankly, I'm a YouTube creator. Okay. I admit okay. I'm not your typical YouTube creator because there's not too many people my age, and I still basically have half a brain. But realistically speaking, look, the likelihood that a female YouTube creator will be interested in me is very small. We got to keep it real. Okay. Okay. Now I'm not too sure what you mean, like a little tick. Okay. Okay. I'm not too sure when you mean my ticky ticky boom boom. If you mean like a little bit psycho, yeah. But look, late last year, I met this chick. She was in her 40s. And I figured, oh, okay, what the heck? She could be a friend, whatever. So I gave her my number and anything like that. Yeah, that's true. Now, the next thing I know, she's calling me like multiple times, telling me that she wanted to make love with me, that she wanted me to do all these sexual things with me, and that she wanted to do anal, and it's like, excuse me. First of all, I first of all, I don't. Okay, now I know I'm a little old-fashioned. Yeah, I know I'm a little old-fashioned, but I don't smash on the first day. Never have, never will. But the problem was she kept calling me, and then when I asked her to please not call me because I'm busy, she would not respect it. And then what really upset me was that when my nephew passed away, being insensitive, being disrespectful, asking me like what I'm getting from my nephew. Hey, first of all, I'm just going through a death in the family, and you're gonna be that freaking insensitive and ask me those type of questions. I mean, eventually I had to block the dick side. Okay, because first of all, I'm too old to deal with the fluffery. Okay, I've dealt. Look, I deal with a lot of the stupidity with some of these people out here in these YouTube streets. No, no, no. It's more of a likelihood I'll go back to my ex-wife, and I think she's into MGMs or whatever. I'm not an MGM. Okay. Uh, and to be perfectly honest, yeah. Okay. Okay, I am not interested in getting a side piece. No, I am not interested. Okay. Now, I know that I come from a family where the men were womanizers. Let's keep it real. My father was a womanizer, God rest his soul. My uncles were womanizer. My grandfather was definitely a womanizer. Now, according to my mother's reckoning, God rest her soul, my grandfather had 26 children by 8 women. Okay. Now, how the heck that was possible, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, the fact that my grandfather had, and I never thought we referred to them as baby mamas. Okay. You know what? Look, to be perfectly honest, I don't look. I don't know regarding her. I don't know what her preference is, and to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't want to know. Okay. There's certain things. There's certain mysteries that are better left mysteries. Okay. And if there's a particular preference, fine. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So now the next thing is, of course, I'm going to be talking about is my next stream is going to be a shout out to all the moms. Okay. And when I mean the moms, I mean all those ladies that played a positive, nurturing role with either their children or their grandchildren, nephews and nieces, okay, or maybe younger generations. Really, um, Irby, would you be interested in pursuing future? That would be an interesting. That would be an interesting match. But so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a shout out this Friday to the mothers, talking about the role that they play. Also talking about look, I mean, look, she can do whatever she wants. Whether anyone reciprocates, that's another issue altogether. But as far as the mothers, okay, the fact of the matter is, they play an unsung role, okay, in developing the children. Okay, okay, and some of them I had to raise their children alone. Some of them because the father passed away. Others because um, the man stepped out and get what? Irby, clarify yourself, please. Okay. Do you think I should pursue future? No, thank you. No offense to future, but I'm already spoken for, and even if I wasn't spoken for, I'm sorry. No offense. But going back to what I was saying, um, the responsible mothers, They are the unsung heroes, in my point of view, because they provide the nurturing. They're like the they're like the role models for children and even adults. And also, I'm going to be talking about how how to deal with the fact that their mothers. Okay, no problem, no problem. How to deal with the fact that their mothers are no longer with them, and that could be a bittersweet experience. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so of course, let me just show. No, this person, this elderly lady that you see here is my mom. Okay, this July will make it 4 years that my mom passed away. So part of it is going to be like an honoring my mom. Okay, and what's this? Okay, you know what? Future can do whatever she wants. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Future can do whatever the fluff she wants. Okay, thank you. Okay, and to be perfectly honest, um, I'm the type of person I am today because of my mom. Okay, without a doubt. And I still miss her. Um, whenever you do lose, whenever you do lose your mom, it's like you're losing a big part of you, and you kind of like recover, so to speak, in a way, but never fully recover. If you understand what I mean, because there's that void that's always there, and she lives in my heart. Okay, she lives in my heart. So I'm gonna be doing a shout out to the moms Friday. I think 9:30. So Gigi, I don't know if you can pop on, great. If not, fine. But I'm definitely gonna extend an invitation, especially to the moms out there. Okay. Well, like I said before, I mean, I'm definitely um, a product of my mom. So that kind of gives you an idea. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the false narratives, and we see that all the time. I'm sure, you know what? I'm sure your mom will appreciate it. But you know what? I'm sure your mom will appreciate the fact that you remember her. That's even more important. Now, unfortunately, here in these YouTube streets, is that we have people that create false narratives. I mean, people will say whatever. People will say that that some people are anything but a child of God. I mean, I have seen countless people that get dragged in the mud, okay, and that create a false image, or what they try to do is they try to create is a false image in people. Yes, I agree. And what I would tell people, don't always go what people say. Try to get to know the person directly before you make your assessment. Okay. Try to get to know them, okay? And then you decide. And if you don't mesh with them, that's fine. At least you are making your assessment based on what you know and what you have heard. Okay. And I've seen multiple people who they paint false narratives because they have beats with these people, they have arguments with these people, they're envious of these people, they're jealous of these people. So they're trying to create a false image so that people will fear these people and not approach these people openly with an open mind. And one thing I will say, I appreciate you, Gigi. I appreciate you, Irby. I appreciate you, Cindy. Okay. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Yeah. You know what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, one thing the fact that people are able to network with other YouTube creators from different sectors, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Okay. It's just some people are too bloody stupid to understand that. Yeah, that's true. You know what, Sunny? I don't know you that well, but I'm sure that your mom appreciate everything that you do. And moms don't really have to. You don't really have to do that much. The main thing is that you remember them and you treasure them, particularly as they get older. Okay, because sometimes when mom gets into the sunset years, and sometimes they feel neglected, sometimes they feel lonely. Okay, so whatever you do for your mom, I'm sure it's going to be well received. Wow. Okay. Well, my mom passed away when she was 86 years old. Okay, so my mother lived a long life. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about, and this is going to be a little controversial, is Donald Trump. Okay. Now, there's been a lot of talk here and, the news. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry for our loss. Yeah. You know, so this weekend, um, I will be going to the cemetery and visit my mom's grave. I'm also going to visit the grave of my maternal grandmother, who passed away in her 50s. No, you know what it is? I have not so much the trial, but basically the news. No, it's got no a lot. What's been discussed a lot is that Donald Trump appears to be sleeping throughout these trials. So what they do is not what they're doing is whenever there's a sidebar, they usually have some attorney that will stay by Trump to make sure he doesn't fall asleep. Well, she is an adult corn star, so it kind of goes with the territory. So basically, what Alina Harper has been doing is basically functioning as Trump's babysitter to make sure that he doesn't fall asleep and doesn't do anything or do less things more in a stupid way. Okay. And of course, it's been reported in one night that Donald Trump actually posted, I couldn't believe this, 31 posts on Truth Social in 60 minutes. Yeah. So am I. I'm sorry to hear about it as well. So I understand. Look, I don't know whether it's true or not, but the fact of the matter is, there's never been a situation where anyone has been accused of committing 91 crimes. Okay. Now, a lot of people say that overkill. Time will tell. Okay. And again, let me make this perfectly clear. That everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay. So there's a couple more things that I want to talk about. This spin is insane. Now let me explain what I mean by that. You see a lot of people. Okay. I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it again. When you have people in their 70s and 80s that are allowed to run for political office without any age restrictions, you get what you get. Okay. And frankly, no one over the age of 60 should be in politics. And there should be term limitations on the House and the Senate. So therefore, we can get some new crooks in there to try to do a half decent job. Which leads me to the next question. Who will win between Trump and Biden? Okay. In my humble opinion, I think it's going to be Biden. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Most political candidates, when they're running for the White House, they try to expand their base so that we improve their chances of becoming elected. Basically, what Donald Trump has done is, with the exception of, exciting his home base, he has not expanded any other areas. I mean, it's not like you have independents that are going crazy over him. Okay. So look, I think that's what's going to happen. Now, will Trump be guilty? I think what's going to happen is that he's going to be found guilty in one of these charges, but I don't think he's going to serve prison time. I think what's going to happen is they're going to put him under house arrest with an anchor monitor to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere other than where he's supposed to be. Because I do not see him getting Secret Service protection in prison. I do not see it. But you know what? Weirder things have happened. So we shall wait and see. Now, I have been talking for almost 75 minutes. Okay. So, of course, if anyone wants to hit the panel, they can do so and they can just opine, or they can just continue to make comments in the chat. Otherwise, if that no one wishes to join the panel or if no one has any further comments, then I'll stop to put the string to bed and prepare to go to sleep for the next day. Okay. Um, I think okay. I think she is from the East Coast, but she may not feel comfortable. Okay, I was about to say that maybe Gigi, you may not feel comfortable with state that you reside in because um, we don't know why. But in any case, um, okay, I accidentally removed myself. Okay, well, I've been to Florida. Um, I'd say I've been to Orlando. I've been to Fort Lauderdale. I've been to Miami. I've been to Kissimmee. It's a beautiful state. Okay, they do deal with hurricanes and things of that nature. So of course you get and things and of course it's a different environment. Okay, so like I said before, the link has been pinned. If anyone wishes to join the panel and just say a couple of words, otherwise I will put the stream to bed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I get it. I mean, the nature of my job is that I don't talk about it a lot. First of all, because the nature of the job I do work in social services, so you have to be very careful of what gets said and does not get said. And I've known at least one YouTube creator that got into trouble with their HR for airing streams at work, which is not a good thing to do, okay? Because city resources are for city use only. Okay. I don't know if that's the case, but I will say this much. I really do appreciate, again, and I'll say this again and again and again. I really appreciate all the love and all the support all of you give me. Okay. So I have said, I think I have said everything that I need to say. Okay. And one thing I love about when I'm doing these open topics is that you never know what gets discussed. Okay. Really. Okay. And the fact of the matter is, I am slowly approaching 100,000 views. I already went over 90,000 views, and I'm edging my way slowly to 400 subs. Okay. course, I'm looking forward. Let's see. Really? Okay. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how I would deal with seeing alligators like that. To be perfectly honest, I would not know how to deal with it. I mean, it's one thing to seeing rats and things of that nature, and seeing um, strange people like that. Okay, but in any case, I do. I'm going to be perfectly honest. In the beginning, I dreaded having to do these monologues um, because that's not my forte, so to speak. They can climb fences? Okay, well, I guess they can do anything, I guess. But okay, okay. I'll have to take your word for that. Okay, but in the beginning, I mean, I had to struggle with trying to uh, do a monologue for an hour. So I've learned like by getting my notes together, okay, and just simply sticking to the script, so to speak. Yeah. So these are my notes, folks. Okay, that's what I do. I mean, this is what I do. Okay, I actually, when I have open discussion, I just pick things, talk about things that I think about, that hopefully, which will cause interest. Thank you. But you know what? It's been a process. In all fairness, it's been a process. Okay, and of course, I made my mistakes along the way, like every YouTube creator. Yeah, I know. You know what? Look, let me keep it a book. Uh, I'm not the easiest person to talk. Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully you can stop by the next stream. Okay. And I see my Wi-Fi is acting up again, so I'm just gonna. Okay. But it's all part preparation. Okay, because when everything is said and done, I take pride in what I do. Which why, okay. So when I do open discussion, just type up things that I want to talk about, and then I'll just go through it one by one. Sometimes I will ad lib and just talk about other things that's not in my notes, but I'll talk about it anyway. Okay. And then when I do talk about specific topics, I will look up my look up my look up my sources and then talk about it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, you know what? I remember one time that I was planning a family trip with me, my mom, and my older brother, and what I did was I paid for his airfare so my brother can come. Unfortunately, my brother passed away before our trip to Disney World. I mean, I know that my brother was really looking forward to it. It's just that unfortunately, um, it was not meant to be. Okay, but at least I wanted to make sure that my brother uh, was able to see Florida and have a family trip. Okay, and a shout out to the 8 people watching the stream as we speak. So, so at this point, I'm going to start to wrap this up because I do have to get up early tomorrow. I do have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be ready by 6:30 for my share car service to pick me up. Hopefully they'll come, and then I get to work by 8:30. That's one of the things that I love about working remotely is not having to use a share card service to get from point A to point B. Okay, but I did enjoy this stream. Okay, and just it I was able to discuss some things to get off my chest. Okay, so and again, please, if you've not done so, please subscribe to Golden Goddess's channel and check out subscribe to her membership. Selling, I don't know if you have a YouTube channel. If you do, I'll check it out. Okay, but in any case, it was my pleasure to opine and yeah, yeah, do that. Okay. So of course I'm gonna wrap this up the same way that I always wrap it up. We must do everything possible to reduce the influences of the mentally and intellectually challenged. Because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron, wishing all of you a very pleasant good night. Take care. Be the best version of yourself. And yes, yes. And Irby, I'm waiting for you to do to come up with your own string. Okay. So oops. So with that being said, take care and peace.